And we are live. Welcome, DoorGrow hackers, to the DoorGrow Show. If you are a property management entrepreneur that wants to add doors, make a difference, increase revenue, help others, impact lives, and you are interested in growing your business and life, and you are open to doing things a bit differently, then you are a DoorGrow hacker. DoorGrow hackers love the opportunities, the daily variety, the unique challenges, and freedom that property management brings. Many in real estate think you're crazy for doing it. You think they're crazy for not, because you realize that property management is the ultimate high trust gateway to real estate deals, relationships, and residual income. At DoorGrow, we are on a mission to transform the property management businesses and their owners. We want to transform the industry, eliminate the BS, build awareness, change perception, expand the market, and help the best property managers win. I'm your host, property management growth hacker, Jason Hull, the founder of Open Potion, Gather Kudos, Thunder Local, and of course, DoorGrow. Now let's get into the show. So I am hanging out here today with Wes Owens of Citizen Home Solutions. Wes, say hello.
What's up, man? How's everybody doing?
Doing fantastic. So Wes, you have a unique business. I hadn't heard of anything like this before. I'm excited to have you on the show. Could you share some background on yourself and what Citizen Home Solutions is and how this sort of got started?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, thanks for having me on your show. Been excited to be on for a while, so thank you for having us. Citizen Home Solutions is a free concierge service that we help facilitate utility services such as water, gas, electric, cable, internet, satellite, TV, security, and phone for your new residents that's moving into the new property. We started this business close to 2 years ago, but my business partner this for almost 5 years now, and we were excited when we could open the doors to Citizen.
Fantastic.
We primarily right now, I was just going to say, we work with probably about 90 different property management companies across the state of Texas, and then also some other states. And we primarily focus our business on property managers, and 60% of our business is probably property management companies.
Fantastic. So how did this get started? How did you get the idea, hey, we want to help people get these utilities set up and start doing this?
That's a great question. I mean, we're not a new business to the market. There are other companies like ours. We were working with another company prior to us starting our own, but we realized that we focus more on property management companies because there's pain points there associated with what they have to go through in tenant setting up utilities. And so when we left our prior company and started this one, this was our new directive to help and promote in the property management arena.
Great. So with property management, getting into the property management arena, what did you notice was particularly unique to property managers and their challenges regarding this?
So the biggest thing is for property managers, as you guys know, is getting the tenants in their name in a timely fashion. So the longer the utilities stay, speaking of the water and electricity, into the owner's name, so that time down, eliminate that, which is one of the big pain points. Another big one is when a tenant signs up with us or we help them facilitate everything. If they choose satellite, we don't let them install it on the roof of the house. It has to go on a pole mount in the backyard. That's another big one. And then just the biggest thing is by us being able to contact the tenant and engage the tenant first, we're acting like your frontline soldier of your company, so we can help push the tenant to the finish line, which means get the utilities turned on quicker.
Great. So what sort of difference do property managers notice before signing up with you guys to do this and afterwards in terms of time and stress and with tenants? Paint a picture for me at how this works differently.
So basically, it really helps cut down on the phone calls that the property manager will receive from the tenants regarding utilities, because as we know, we're in real estate, we're in the property management realm. you tell a tenant or somebody to do something, or they don't listen to you. And so we're here to help call them and get them to set up their utilities. And so the property manager didn't have to handle those extra phone calls, text and emails asking what's available in that area. We did a little bit of research, and on one of our property management companies, he calculated that we saved him over $6,000 in labor over the course of last year. Just anybody calls, once you're signed up with us, you're like, if Citizen hasn't called you already, you need to call them back. They're our concierge service for our company.
Okay, so it's reducing labor, it's eliminating phone calls, which just adds more noise to a business, and it's also helping.
Can I add some?
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, something that's really cool, better reviews for property management companies, because when you implement our service, you're actually setting yourself apart from the next property manager down the street, right? Because you have a free concierge service that's helping facilitate and get all your tenants' utilities set up. It's also a good selling feature for when you're trying to use as the property management company to say, hey, we have an concierge service that makes sure the tenants have the best experience possible. So sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, no problem. So tell us a little bit about how the tenants, their sort of experience with this, and how they like it.
I like it a lot. And from my experience and from doing this for so long, I mean, and everybody has set up utilities over the phone or via internet and all that, and it's a big pain in the butt, right? Like it's just a timely process.
Sure.
So kind of how our process works is we set up a portal for the property management company that they'll submit their tenants to us. Okay. So when we receive that tenant's information, we go to work behind the scenes looking up all the utilities and services that's available for that current resident or address. So this helps cut down on the time. Number one, it helps save, on average, we probably save a client around 4 hours of time of research and being on phone and long hold times and all that kind of stuff, because we set up probably 80% of everything in-house that we do. So any of your major, cable, internet, satellite, security, phone providers, we do that all in-house. Anything else that has to do with the water, gas, electricity in monopolied areas, we help facilitate and get that customer, going in the right direction. So basically, before we even call them, we have a game plan for them. And we get straight to the point. Instead of them having to do all this research, it's typically about a 20 to 30 minute phone call, but we can help get everything done within that time frame.
So tenants just love this then. Like they have enough, like there's a lot of stress when you're moving, and the first thing they want is make sure they've got internet, right? And they've got TV and phone and all the things that they need. And you guys just help them hold their hand and walk them through this.
Absolutely.
Love it. All right. So now you had mentioned at the beginning that you guys are in Texas. So are you guys expanding outside of Texas, or what are kind of your growth goals?
Yeah, our growth goals is obviously to reach nationwide. Right now we're in Texas, Florida, California, North Carolina, South Carolina, Nevada, Colorado, and Chicago. And I believe there's a few other states in there that we have some property managers in that I didn't pull. But that's our goal, is to outreach everybody that we can.
Fantastic. All right. And there's certain services that you guys can help with nationwide already, correct?
Yes. Any of the major cable, satellite, internet, phone, security providers, we have probably about, I think, close to 28 of those contracts, which is the majority of them now. So we have pretty much a solution for every state.
So what are the biggest questions and concerns that property managers have when they first reach out to you or they first have a conversation with you? What are some of the most common concerns or questions you might be bringing up?
There's really not that many concerns, I would say. I mean, the biggest deal when we started dealing with property managers a few years ago, the biggest is the implementation time, right? They're going 1,000,000 miles a minute and they're like, oh, great, another program I've got to implement into my daily process. So we've really basically dialed in the process to where it literally takes 5 minutes to implement our service into their daily process. So that was one of the big concerns in the beginning, because we're like, why is nobody implementing this? And we found out that, unfortunately, property managers, a lot of us are still guilty. I'm guilty. We're not implementers, right away. And so you have to really dumb down that process for everybody, so it's easy to use.
Okay, so if somebody signs up with you, a property management entrepreneur signs up, gets his business going with you guys, he can start using your service right away.
Yes.
And so what's kind of the next step after, as soon as they talk to you and your team and they sign up, what's kind of the onboarding process look like? What is the next step?
So it's very simple. All I need to start with somebody, U9, and I'll get to why that is here in a minute, and a logo. So this is how we track the tenants that they send from their property management company to our office. That portal created, which it takes me about 5 minutes to do, they can start using it immediately. I have a property management dashboard that I've created that I was showing you before the show that has, all the verbiage that they need for the contract to the owner, the tenant verbiage and the lease agreement, and then onboarding emails that they can copy and paste. So I have all the verbiage done already. So it's basically just copy and paste.
So you give them all the materials that they need on their end, and then from them, you just need to get their W-9, get a logo. You build out a portal for them. And is this a portal they send their tenants then to?
No. So when we started this, 2 years ago, we used to say, oh yeah, promote this on your website, hand this out to your tenant. Well, the conversion rate was horrible. Again, you tell somebody to do something, they just don't do it. And so what happens is we have the property management company, somebody assigned at their company, to send the tenant's information over to us. So that way we can do all the research and everything up front. So we call them and we have all the information for them. And that's what that onboarding email states, is like Citizen Home Solutions will be giving you a call to set up all your utilities and services for the house, basically telling them expect a phone call from our concierge service.
So this is a value add that they can use to distinguish from their competition in their property management business.
Yes.
And
it comes to, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, and it sounds really nice, like this concierge service. I mean, that's a really great way of positioning. I love it.
So this is the best part about our service, right? It's zero cost to implement. It's zero cost to the tenant. And then why I need your W-9 earlier is we pay the property management company quarterly. So whatever we earn on our cable, internet, satellite, phone security, we pay back a percentage of that back to the property management company quarterly.
Okay, so then people listening to this go, okay, it's free for me, it's free for the tenant, and you're going to pay me money quarterly. How do you make money, Wes? That's
right. Everybody wants our business as far as, the internet, cable, satellite security providers. So everybody fights for our business to have all the options. So if AT&T is not available in this area, but Spectrum is, they want us to have all these contracts so we can make sure we have, we don't miss anybody.
So you get paid by the utilities.
That's correct. So the customers get the same prices no matter what. So they can compare online while we're talking to them. It doesn't matter, but we help facilitate, set up install dates and all that stuff right in our office when we have them on the phone.
Awesome. Fantastic. So, I mean, this is a win-win-win all the way around.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool.
Very
and
cool.
I don't have a contract. We don't do contracts with our company. I do agreement with the property management company. And if something happens or they don't want to work with us, then let's just say our piece and go, elsewhere. But I have to say we haven't lost a property management company in 2 years. So I'm really proud to say that.
Got it. So you mean there's no time commitment, there's no agreement that they have to keep working with you. You earn your keep, and people stick with you because you guys do an awesome job.
That's right. And I was on Brad Larson's podcast a few weeks ago, or actually a month ago now, and he stated that he's been using our service over 18 months, and he's honestly just forgot about us. I mean, unless he gets a check in the mail, which quarterly he does, then he starts thinking about us again. But Empire Industries in Houston. It's another one of my big clients. We've been doing business with them for a little over 4 years now, and they just basically forget about it, and they're happy to see the check when it comes in.
Yeah,
So
we had him on the show. So that's really cool. So now what sort of payout does that look like when you're paying out these checks? Is it like just tiny amounts from each client, or
Yeah, it's a percentage from each client. So we pay 20% of what we earn from that client for whatever our commission is, not gross revenue. It's whatever the actual, not gross profit, it's gross revenue. So if we earned $1,000 from 3 different vendors, then we're paying the property management company $200 of that.
Okay, great. Cool. So what else should people know about Citizen Home Solutions?
Man, that we're a fast growing and we're a very eager company. Really, my focus this year is strictly property management company. Always around to listen to better ideas and to grow our business as well. I have a lot of you mentors out there in the property management world. Steve Rosenberg, Brad Larson's a great one. Kevin Knight with Liberty Management, and Pete Newbig. You guys are my mentors, and I appreciate everything you guys do for me. But we're just a growing company and learning. I mean, any ideas, it's always an open door. If there's some way we can change the process or make our service better for clients, we listen.
Fantastic. So, so you guys are doing water, gas, cable, satellite, and what sort of things are not handled, and how do you guys handle, when they're asking for other stuff?
When they ask for don't have like a national, like for movers, right? I really do not like referring movers because I don't know anybody that has ever had a good experience with a mover. If you know one, please let me know.
Yeah.
But we help look up and research, and we'll give people, like for movers, for instance, or California the other day, we help research, do Yelp research and Google, and we'll give the customer 3 options. We're not going to make any money on it, but we still want to be here to help them, get everything that they need. So we want them to call us in the future, which is a big deal. You go beyond just the utilities that you have in your system that you can get money with. You'll actually go and help the tenant and make sure that you're finding other services and other tools that they might need in their market. Absolutely. And another really cool feature that, and I preach this to real estate agents a lot, we have something on our website for real estate. They're trying to connect with their buyers that they haven't talked to in like a year. They can go, Mr. Smith, haven't talked to you in a while. Hope everything's going well with you in your new home. Just calling to do a yearly, follow-up call with you. I've got a great program to offer you. It's a utility check service from me provided to you. And all it is we do a 5-minute consultation with a certain client that's been in the home for over a year. And we typically, with the new promotions and things that come out, we can typically save somebody between 20 and 30% on what they're paying now if we talk to them. Already. Yeah. So anybody listening, if you guys have been paying, your utility bills as far as your cable, internet, phone, or satellite and you haven't looked and see if you can get some new introductory rates out there, because that's what we do, is help people save money. And utility companies are hosing you. I'm just letting you know right now, if you've been paying for longer than 2 years on your bill, and that's another thing that we do, is help educate our clients on calls back in 2 years, or we call them after 23 months or on the 11th month to check in with them to see if we can do any shopping for them to help them out.
Okay, so you guys already have that in place. So if you have a tenant in your database, you guys will follow up in about 2 years, because you feel by then there's probably some new promotions, some new ideas, and you'll be able to, again, get them some additional stuff, get you some additional revenue, and then get a percentage paid out to the property manager.
Absolutely. We have a utility checkup button on our website, and they can upload their current cable, phone, internet, energy bill where it's deregulated. And within minutes, we can tell them if we can save them money or not.
So is that something that you'll do during the onboarding process then as well? Could a property manager say, here is our database of people, and we'll send out an email to all of them and say, hey, check with Citizen and make sure that you have, the best rates and this sort of thing, and they can all kind of opt into this or go through some sort of process to recheck their existing utilities?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point, and it's something that I'm starting to reach out to some of my property managers about now. I'll probably blast out an email to all of them, but I'm wanting to say, put a little blurb so when the tenant's logging into the tenant portal to pay their rent or look at something, request maintenance or whatever, it actually pops up on the screen right when they log in. Says, hey, have you been in your residence over a year? Here's a free utility checkup provided by us, with Citizen here, and it'll take them straight to the utility checkup page. They can fill out their information, and then we can call them.
Fantastic. So Wes, this sounds really cool. I mean, it sounds awesome all the way around. So how can people get in touch with you and your team to hear more about this and to get the process started?
Absolutely. So a couple things is, if you go to citizenhomesolutions.com/property manager, and then this page is password protected, but the password's very simple. It's let me in. And that'll give you access to basically everything you need to know about onboarding. Our verbiage is there that I was talking about earlier for your agreements and your onboarding email. So you can get everything right there. You can upload your PNG and your W-9 on this website. So the email will come directly to me. I can get the portal started, and then you can get started earning income quickly. But you can reach me directly. Anybody can call me. I'm available always at 214-493-2010, or email me at wowens@citizenhomesolutions.com.
All right. Citizen Home Solution or Solutions?
Solutions with an S.
With an S.com.
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right, citizenhomesolutions.com. All right, Wes, fantastic having you come out on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I look forward to seeing some of our clients signing up with you and people listening to the show. I think this sounds like a no-brainer and an obvious solution to a challenge that property managers generally aren't even thinking about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We look forward to helping you.
Awesome. All right, Wes, thanks for coming out on the show. Those of you that enjoyed this episode, be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes. And everybody, make sure that you get into the DoorGrow Club. Go to doorgrowclub.com to join our free Facebook group. We've had over 17,000 interactions in the last 28 days. So in the last month, and we've got only about 900 people. It's the highest engagement Facebook group ever. People are just sharing all kinds of ideas. The file section is full of files and tools and tips where we plug and include different vendors. We'll have to make sure that Citizen Home Solutions is listed on the list there. And so check that out. There's some really great resources there. And you can post questions in there and get feedback from other property managers. If you're not already in the club, make sure you get in the club and become a DoorGrow hacker. So, Wes, again, thank you for coming on the show. And that's it. We're out.
Thank you. Have a good week.